Hi, Jesse with eTrailer. Today we'll be taking a look at and I'll show you how to install the Yakima Roof Rack on your 2024 Kia Telluride with raised rails. Adding a roof rack to the Telluride makes a ton of sense. This is a larger car, however there's a third row in there, so if you have all the seats filled up, there is not a ton of storage space. So you could add on something like a cargo carrier with this roof rack, or you could even store larger items like a kayak up here. The first piece of our kit will be two of the 60-inch JetStream Crossbars here. As you can see, they have a aerodynamic shape and a rubber wind strip in the middle here. And that's gonna cut down on any wind noise or drag that you might have. And with that rubber strip, to add on any channel mounted accessories, you would just pop out the end cap here. And as you can see, that strip will squish down, so you're able to lock those accessories into place. The second piece of our kit will be our TimberLine Towers here. I really like these towers. They're nice looking and high quality. One thing I really like is they wrap around the entire bar here, whereas there's other styles that will just clamp on the bar. And with these, you don't have to worry about, if you have something large mounted up here, wind getting under it and lifting the crossbars up. You can rest assured that this will hold much better than those other styles. Then we have this plastic end cap here. This is just here to protect our hardware inside, and it kind of cleans up the look of the towers themselves. We have just a plastic cap here. You can replace this with a locking core, and you can get those locking cores key-to-like to other Yakima accessories that you might own. We have those available here at eTrailer. One of the main advantages of having a raised rail roof rack set up like this is the ability to adjust your crossbar spread. So depending on what you're throwing up here, you may want it as far out as it goes or somewhere in between. Usually when we set up ours, we found a good medium is 30 inches of spread. But again, you're able to adjust anytime you throw up a different accessory on here. You can adjust to whatever you feel most comfortable with. When it comes to weight capacities, it's not only important to go off Yakima's numbers, but understand that you'll also need to know not only your roof, but your rails ratings, and choose the lowest rated component just to ensure that you're safe. A lot of people always wonder when they're purchasing roof racks, how far is it going to overhang from where the factory rails are. So here we have ours set up with 7.5 inches of overhang on the front, and we have about 8.5 on the rear. And another question is, how much height will it add to the roof of the vehicle? And in our case, it looks like about 4 3/4 inches. And you'll also see that this Telluride has the sunroof or moonroof option here. And in the tilted up position, we have plenty of clearance underneath it. All in all, if you're looking for a high quality option to add more storage on the top of your Telluride, and one that also looks great on the roof of your vehicle, you really can't go wrong with the Yakima system here. As far as the install goes, it's super simple with these raised rails. It's not a very hard process. If you'd like to see how we set up ours today, feel free to follow along. Before we begin our install, we'll lay everything out and show you what we have. Here we have our JetStream Crossbar and our TimberLine Towers, our end caps, the included torquing tool, and the only thing I recommend you bring along with you is a measuring tape. We'll take our crossbar, flip it over. We need to remove this plastic cap. Just lift up in the tab and pull out. Then we'll take our tower and get it so that our bolt here will be on the outside of the rail, and slide it into our channel. If you're having issues with that lining up there, you'll just kind of push this out of the way. You'll see a screw there. You can adjust it. And what you're wanting is this metal foot to be level with those plastic tabs. So we'll get this slid in now. And we'll slide in. We can reinstall our cap on this end. We'll leave everything loose for now until we get it on the vehicle, and we'll repeat the process on the other side of our crossbar. Now we're here at our vehicle. As you can see, I already have the rear crossbar installed, but it's just as easy as lifting this up over the roof. Just be careful not to drop it before we get to the crossbar. And I'll leave it there for now so I can go to the other side and get everything set up. It might be easier if you had an extra set of hands available just to handle that side while you get this side set up. We'll just take our strap here, stretch it out, and lock it into place. Right there. And as far as our overhang goes, we'll just want to measure the distance from the tower to the end on this side, measure the other side, and what you want is both those numbers to be the same, so you'll just make some minor adjustments by tapping it back and forth until you even out those numbers. Now we have our overhang set up equal on both sides. On the Tellurides, we always put the front crossbar as far forward as possible. For the rear, just set it up with the crossbar spread that you would like. But once we have everything set up where we want it, we'll take our tool, and we have 2 bolts to tighten down. This one up here. And we're using that included tool that has a torque setting built in, so we'll just tighten it down until it clicks. You hear that click, you can move on to the next one. And that click, and then we'll tighten down the other side. One final step is to install our end caps here. They just snap into place. And that's going to do it for our look at and installation of the Yakima Roof Rack system on our 2024 Kia Telluride. I'm Jesse. Enjoy the ride.